Hi everyone, welcome to the Surf Center YouTube channel. I'm here with Andrea Kuki, and this is the new 26 lineup 4.7.
Thank you, Rolf. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
We're here in Macum for a nice windsurf session.
Yeah.
And today I think we're going to go on the water, try some sails.
Absolutely.
And there's something very new that I would love you to try.
Yeah.
Since you like slalom sailing, speed sailing.
I do.
So I will introduce you to the new lineup, sail by sail. So hi, everyone from Surf Center. Let's go and see in detail each sail. So let's have a nice jump. Oh.
So what did you do with the Spy?
So this is the Spy. This is a freestyle wave sail, what they call also power wave sail. And practically it's a 5-button sail. It's a masterpiece since many years because we worked a lot on it over, let's say, 15 years. So there's an evolution of 15 years of work on the sail. Let's say that what we did is to keep its main features, which is like giving a lot of power in light winds and having a lot of control in stronger winds. So the wind range of this sail is huge, it's very big. And the nice thing about it is that with less sizes, you can actually cover a big range. And it's a very fun sail to use, whether it's flat water, just to blast around on a freestyle wave board, or you can take it to the first waves. It's, it has a very nice deep profile, as you can see here.
Yeah.
You can actually hear it as well. and this gives a lot of drive. So even if you're not good in wave sailing, this nice drive in the front actually helps you to go to do the bottom turn and to give you the stability, the power to go and get the highest point of the lip. But again, because it's so nice to even just cruise around, if it's strong wind, flat water, especially here, like conditions like this, it can be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
So it's full X-ply, it's full anti-UV laminates. So against the sun, it's lasting long, and having the laminate with 5 layers, it's like makes it also really strong in all the monofilms.
It looks great. So it's suitable for Macum?
It's suitable for Macum, so you can go from flat water, to choppy conditions, to the real waves.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the one for tomorrow?
This is the one for tomorrow, exactly. So if anyone wants to come and try it tomorrow,
yeah, sure.
Here. Exactly. Then we go to the freestyle sail. This is a sail that has led a lot of champions win titles. So we won with this sail a lot of European Freestyle Tour championships with Jacopo Testa, with Jentel Kars, so different riders.
Yeah.
And he was also a world champion with Jentel, this sail, so we actually won a lot. And we developed this sail every year a lot because it's like freestyling is really like to the millimeter, the development. It's like a full slalom sail for the riders.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yeah, the freestylers, you think that they're kind of easygoing, just having fun on the water, doing all the tricks. But
They
actually,
always pull like once and that's it?
Yeah, no, but there's a lot of precision also in the trimming, the tuning. They're really precise in how much downhole they put because they don't want any loose leech, just a little bit to have a little bit of release, but not too much. The sail has to have a flat profile. Now, of course, there's no boom, so it's difficult to see. But as you see, it's flat, and this gives no back-end power, so it's easy. And also when you throw the sail in the front, to the moves, it has to go straight, doesn't have to catch any directions. So they don't want any profile at the bottom, at the top, no loose leech, but a lot of pop. So there's a big Dacron panel in the front, which gives a lot of pop.
Yeah, and it does look poppy.
Yes. So this is one of the important characteristics. And we have to really always develop, the right width in each place of the sail, because they are really precise. Again, as I said, it looks like a very simple sail because in the end it doesn't have any loose leech, it doesn't have profile. Yeah. But there's a lot of work behind this sail. It has 4 buttons. It doesn't have to stretch. It has so
it looks extremely light.
Yes. It has to be very light as well, of course, because it has to melt into the body of the freestyler. They have to feel one piece to the sail. It's like they want to feel that it's an extension of their body. Yeah. So it's important also for them, that everything is just flows with their movements. And that's one type of training they also do often with freestyling. They actually, feel the sail, just become one piece to them. And so this is our slash sail, the freestyle.
It's really nice. Now we're having the Rush in 5.7.
Yes.
So
the Rush is
for who is it?
This is like a sail that we developed this year. It's a new sail. It's a free slalom sail, so it has 6 buttons. And what it is, it's a sail which has a lot of power, but a light power. It's not like that you feel this power that is tiring you. It's just having power to get planing. So it's planing very early. So in a small sail, you can get planing fast. And you could compare, like, for example, here we have 5.7. You could compare it to any other no cam sails or cam sails, which are more slalom sails, let's say, on a 6.5 size. So you can say that you can use 1 meter sail less to have the same power. So with something very small, something which is very easy to handle, you know, you can get planing. It's feeling light. The luff curve is not so extreme, so it's very easy to downhaul for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's what gives the light feeling, because if you don't put too much stress on the mast, you know, the sail feels lighter, and it also helps the sail to inflate in lighter winds to get planing. We have also, like this lash, the Dacron panel in the front, so that it's also like giving that extra power when it goes into the wind. And having 6 button, it has a cross button, and so the outline is more like a slalom sail, let's say.
Yeah.
Not as extreme, because the head is still kind of wider compared to a slalom sail, and it's more boxy. Yeah, so the sail feels more compact. And the good thing is that, let's say, having also this outline and the buttons, which are exactly the same buttons as our slalom sails, like our race sails. So we have tubular buttons in every button positioning. This gives also like a big wind range than in the strong wind. So it's not only planing early, but then due to the size, due to the button, due to the outline, you can also hold this in stronger winds. And
so would you say this is for everyone? This is the most all-round sail to use for like everyday user who wants to do a bit of everything?
You know, it's like going with a sports car with an open roof. You know, you just enjoy the ride. You know, and comfortable. You enjoy the ride, and you can stay hours on the water. And because it has such a let's say a slalom DNA, you know, you can actually also enjoy cruising and blasting against other guys who have more slalom sails, and you have no limits with the sail. It's the sail that I enjoy myself the most. You know, it's like if I want to have a good session and just enjoy my windsurfing day, this is the sail. It's full X-ply as well, so it's very strong. Plus, being again full anti-UV laminates. Again, it's 5 layers the one of them is of 5 layers with the anti-UV glue. So you can crumple it up, you know, and if you let it go, yes, you will see some lines, but they will disappear with time. They're not cracking. So it's a very strong and long-lasting sail.
Looks like a really fun sail.
Yes, this is as I said, if I don't want to get stressed, you know, I go out with this and still enjoy myself. Yeah.
Nice.
Then we go to our, let's say, most famous flat water sail for the moment that we have in the range.
The AC0.
The AC0. Have you ever tried it?
I did.
Yes?
Yeah. And I had my brother buy them because I wanted to have him on the AC0. I really loved it. I'm more of a slalom guy, but the AC0 is just incredible.
Yes, this is like, you know, we were talking about the Rush before, you know, this is just in performance, let's say, more towards a cam sail. So it's like, while with the Rush, you can actually just hook in and go, you know, without putting too much energy, effort into it, you know, and you still have fun. Here you need to start putting a little bit more pressure on the fin. You need to start having the right trim on your board, because it actually goes fast. It goes really fast. You can compete against the sails with cams. So it's a pure racing sail, just with no cams.
Yeah, and I see more and more guys choosing this over 4 cam sails now, because it's so light and yet it's still really, really fast.
Yes, in the end, you know, it's like the top speed of the sail is not different to a cam sail. Of course, the acceleration might be a little bit less, you know, out of a jibe if you're racing.
Yeah.
But if you're not racing, you know, that extra small acceleration that a cam sail gives is not the issue. You know, the issue is that you want to be fast.
Yeah.
So here you have the speed, and you have nothing to. It doesn't have. I mean, it doesn't like feel like oh, I need cameras to go even faster. That no. So it's we're having this year new colors. So you see, it's white.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's we are the original black sails, but this year we went with a white color, and it's also anti-UV as the rest of the black sails, but we still have the black window. Yeah. So again, it's a full anti-UV sail.
It still really looks 0.7.
Yes, it still looks very 0.7 if it's completely white, very, very white. And we have a new size this year.
The 6.5.
It's a 6.5. 6.5 is often the sail that, you know, most, let's say, weekend sailors are using, and we had before 6.1, 6.9. The sail ranges of these sails are huge,
Yeah.
but 6.5 was like a size that a lot of people were asking for. So this year we actually developed the sail.
Yeah.
It's using a 430 mast, and the boom is under 2 meters. So it's a kind of, you know, the sizes are very friendly as well, and it's working as good as all our other sizes. So we did a lot of development on this size as well. So it's ready to go on the market.
Yeah, I like the size as well.
Yeah, we're offering the AC0 in 2 colors. Also, this is the white version, and then we have the full black version as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we go to another new model of sail. So it's the AC3.
AC3, yeah. The cambered sail.
The camber sail, the full camber sail, yes. It's, you know, what we did in Point 7 was like, you know, in the past, there was always this thing that the cam sails, which were not the racing sail, had to be like, they were like free ride sails with camster. You know, they were always developed that free ride sails were just, they were getting add-on the wider sleeve and cams. So they were like planing early, kind of, let's say, easygoing, but they were missing this kind of racing feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you're slalom sailing, if you want to go on the water, I mean, the main thing you want to be is to be fast,
Yes.
right? So we thought, okay, like we did on the AC0, and now of course on the AC3, we started off the base of our racing sail. So we took our racing sail, the AC1 LTD, and we actually kept the same sail body. So the sail body, the buttons, the outline, the opening of the leech, the profiles, we kept all that. And on the AC0, we just took out the cambers, and we took out the white mast sleeve. And on the AC3, we reduced just the mast sleeve size. So it's exactly like our full racing sail, but just with a smaller mast sleeve.
And what does it do?
Practically, you have to think that a wide sleeve actually gives you a lot of drive, a lot of power. And this power is, if you're not able to, if you're not fit, let's say, not windsurfing a lot, you know, and maybe your level is not as high as a pro guy, you know, this extra power can be felt as weight.
Yeah.
And weight means that you feel it, that it's heavier.
Yeah.
So it makes you get tired fast. It gets you tired faster in the end. So if you go on the water, you know, you want to have a nice weekend, and you have Sunday, you know, and you want to be 4 hours on the water with a full wide sleeve race sail, you know, you can have maybe 1 hour, I guess 2-3 hours that you can have with a smaller sleeve.
Yeah.
So what we did is like we reduced the sleeve so that the sail feels much lighter on the water. So this is the result in the end, that the sail is feeling lighter because it has just a little bit less power. And because it feels lighter, you know, it's also actually, it's like if you have a lot of power in the front due to the wide sleeve, you know, you're pushing down the board also more, and then you have to press a lot on the fin to lift up the board. So you're using more power, but it's also like, you know, if you can't do that, you know, then the board is just going to feel like slower on the water.
Yes.
It's going to hit all the chop. While with this, without putting so much energy, the board is just feeling lighter on the water.
Yeah.
Everything is just getting faster. So if you're not fit, if you're not like the technical level is not so high, with the AC3, you can actually get higher speeds than having a full race sail. And because of the whole package which is coming from the AC1 LTD, you know, the speed and the comfort, the wind range is actually as good. And this year we have it also in different sizes.
Yeah.
So we have an 8.8, we have an 8.2, and the 8.2 we have, it's using a 460 mast. So it's like having a kind of a bigger 7.8.
Yeah.
Then we have, of course, the 7.8, and we also have a 7.3. And 7.3 is also using 460 mast. So for many people who maybe have a lighter weight, and normally we're using like an 8.8 and 7.8 suffering the size of the sail, now they could also choose like the 8.2 and the 7.2, and both sails are using the 460 mast, which is kind of practical.
It's user-friendly.
Yes, user-friendly, exactly. And
Right.
so, you know, you could do 8.2, 7.2 with the 460 mast, and then you have the 5.9 and the 5.4 with a 4-meter mast. So with 2 masts, you can actually have like the full range of sails with the AC3.
Really nice. And I like the size. I can't wait to try a 7.3.
Yes, it's interesting because, you know, in the end, it's having a 460 mast. So having a 460 mast, it means that it gives you the same power as a 7.8.
Yeah.
But you have a kind of a shorter boom, you know, a smaller head, so it's feeling lighter and it's more high aspect. And this gives also a little bit more speed in the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last but not least.
Last but not least, and this is very interesting.
Yeah.
I think
This one's really special, right?
very special. I think it's kind of obvious to see it, when you see it, if you look at it carefully,
Yeah.
no stitching, just on the mast sleeve. But the full sail body of this sail is the AC1 LTD Racing, doesn't have any stitching. Is
It's crazy.
yes,
It's new technology.
yes, it's a new technology which is actually existing since a long time in sailboats. Yes, it's called Q bonding.
Yeah.
Q bonding means that you're not stitching the sail anymore, but you're actually welding the sail with ultrasound. So it's not about gluing. It's about welding the sail with ultrasound, and this is very strong, much stronger than stitching. If you take two panels and you stitch them together, and you just make a cut into the monofilm and you just tear the monofilm apart, once you get to the stitching, the stitching just opens. But with the welding of the ultrasound that we're using here in Q bonding, this is not happening. Once you get to the, let's say, you glued, but we call it welding, the welded part, it will just stop, because it's not cutting. The fact that there are no holes, it's not cutting the monofilm.
Yeah.
So it's just
So actually, it's like one big panel.
It's one big panel, exactly. There is no transition of stitching between the panels. So the panels are also making the button pockets. So there's an overlapping of panels.
Yeah.
So the button pocket is actually just the panels overlapping, and the button goes between it. And the fact that there's no stitching, the big advantage is that practically you don't have any elasticity between the panels.
Exactly.
So when the wind hits the sail, let's say, yes, the sail just accelerates without deforming. Because anyway, when you have stitching, first the sail needs to, let's say, it inflates a little bit because all the stitches are like letting go,
Yeah.
And while this is not happening with the welding, and so the sail is inflating, it let's say takes the shape and then it accelerates. And every time you get a gust, the sail is, let's say, deforming and lifting up the board. So every time you get a gust, you actually lose your stance, you lose your position.
Yeah.
While here, you just keep your position, the wind comes in, you don't even feel it, and you just accelerate, and the board stays exactly in the same position, so you're never moving. So your average speed increases a lot in light wind. And this means that the sail, in stronger wind. And this means that the sail is also much more stable in your hands because it's not moving due to the stitches. So that's the big advantage of having the Q bond sail. And in lighter winds, again, there's no dispersion of the wind between, the elasticity of the stitching of the sail. It's catching much more wind. So you could say, like, here we have the 7/8. You actually have the weight of a 6/8,
Yeah.
but the power of an 8/8,
Wow.
So you have a wind range that goes from 6/8 to 8/8 and a weight of a smaller size sail.
And it doesn't make you feel overpowered.
It doesn't make you feel overpowered. You will feel like more power in the sail because it's actually not releasing, it doesn't have this elasticity as a normal stitch sail. But because it's so stable and so firm, and it just keeps accelerating, in the end you have a lot release from the acceleration and an extra stability. And the weight of the sail, of course, is much lighter compared to a stitch sail because as you're not putting stitches through the monofilm, you're not making holes in the monofilm, so you don't need to put any type of reinforcements. So all the reinforcements are stripped out, and this makes the sail very light. But it's not the main characteristics. It's like, you would think, oh, nice, the sail is lighter. Yes, it's lighter, but this is not the main thing. The main thing is how it's working on the water,
Stable.
Stable, much more stable, bigger wind range, a lot more power, and so in the end, the performance is just better. And we are giving the AC1 LTD in both versions, both stitched
Yeah.
and Q bonded.
And the stitched one will be the white one.
The white one, exactly, and the Q bonded will be exactly what we have here. So there's no more window in the sail. It's like just clean panels, to keep it as essential as possible. A lot of people have been asking us, but is it lasting long, the sail? Yes, it's lasting long because the welding, we have been testing the sail now over 7 years, also in the wave sails. So we will have actually not only the AC1 LTD in the Q bonded version,
Yeah.
we will have also the Wave Sol Pro, we will have the Slash Freestyle, and we will also have the AC0 No Cam coming. And we were testing the sail 7 years, so we have a lot of experience on the Q bonding technology, and we wanted to be sure that everything was in place when we would go in full production. So this is the first full Q bonded production sail on the market, and it lasts long. It's not going to unglue like some people are asking. No,
I think
it's not
people have to get used to something new.
Yes, yeah, because it's not, again, it's not glued. It's
Welded.
tube welded. Yes, and the other thing is that, of course, you know, the sail doesn't have any more, let's say, webbings. Doesn't have any reinforcements around the buttons like this. So, you know, it's pure monofilm laminate. It's all anti-UV, but you know, what we advise is not to rig it on the asphalt. You know, just take a bit more care not to scratch around, because of course it's a very minimalistic sail. So,
Yeah.
but regarding the, let's say, the durability of the sail, it's even bigger than the stitch sail.
Would you say the bigger the sail, the bigger the advantage of the Q-bond?
I have to say that for sure, for the light wind, you know, the Q-bond is giving a big advantage compared to a stitch sail. But then it's when you go into stronger wind and smaller sizes, the fact that the sail is not moving in the gusts. If you're spit sailing, for example, you know, every gust you get, you're not going to get lifted. You know, you're just going to accelerate. So you also have big advantages than in the stronger wind, and so it's like, doesn't matter the sail size, you would have the advantage.
All right.
And like, for example, the Q-bond racing sail feels kind of an easier sail, because you're planning earlier, it's feeling lighter in your hands. If you take like the NoCam AC0 in the Q-bond version, it's becoming so stable, you know, that you actually feel like it's more like a racing sail, you know. So while the race sail becomes like easier, like the NoCam sail becomes like a more racing feeling. So that's the thing. On the freestyle and on the wave sail, they're becoming much more compact, much lighter, much easier as well. So there are advantages on it.
All right, that's nice to hear.
So this is the full, let's say, sail range of 2026.
It looks insane.
Yes, thank you.
I'd say it's windy enough to go try something.
Yes, I think you should really go now on this.
Yeah,
I know you like
definitely.
slalom sailing a lot, so
I do.
I'm really happy that you go have a test on this, because I mean, we had a lot of friends testing it over the year, you know, and they were all excited. Now I would love to have your feedback.
I'm really curious, so I should get dressed.
Yes, you should, and we're gonna get some action on the water.
Definitely.
So, thank you very much for having followed till now, and we're gonna go on the water.